Hey everybody, this is Heidi from BlackHawk Paramotor USA. We've been getting lots of questions on how to hook up a glider and properly launch when flying a quad or trike. So today's tips and tricks videos are going to talk about just that. I've got a quad here with our Intruder 250 engine on it, along with our new Tundra tires, with the new 7075 T6 aluminum axles. This is an upgrade which you can get. So we're going to talk about how to hook up to a quad, as well as hooking up to a trike. As you walk out from your quad or trike, give yourself enough room to lay the glider out with the lines. You set it down like this, and I let go of one loop, and I take the wingtip on each side, and I pull it out, making sure there's no line overs or messed up from what I can see on the end. You don't need to worry about pulling it out all the way. And then as you step back, let go of a loop at a time. Until you're stretched out to where you can see which side the risers go to. If you lay out the wingtips like I showed you earlier, and you walk back, as long as there's no twist, and you've got the risers separated, you can see right now that the A's should already be clear. It's really important to clear those lines up to where they tie into the glider and pull them out so that you can see there's no snags. They're going straight to where they're tied in so that when you do inflate the glider, the lines come right off the ground. Okay, this is especially important during cross-country flights to where you might end up in a grassier situation. You want to make sure that everything is clear so that your launch is easy. Once you're done clearing, walk in just a little bit and lay the riser down approximately the width of the back end of your quad or trike. You'll now do the same thing with clearing the lines on the other side of the glider. Take your riser, hold it out again like earlier demonstrated, and reach down, starting with the D's, and pull. As you pull those lines, they'll slide across the ground, and you can see where they should be tied up to the glider so that they're laying flat and straight and can come right off the ground when you launch. Once they're clear, do the same thing. Walk in just a little bit and lay it down to where the width of the back end of your quad or trike would be. Go ahead then, grab your wheeled vehicle and back it on up to the glider. Be sure that the quad is centered with the glider. Go ahead and grab the risers, making sure the A's are on top. We're going to bring all of the lines across the line guides here. Once they come across the line guides, you want to go ahead and hook it in to your harness. Being sure that you are using the right inner or outer loop based on the engine you're flying. The loop within a loop system is used for torque compensation and comes standard on our gliders. The Banshee 190 torques to the left, so I'm going to take my carabiner and hook it into the right side blue loop. I'm now going to do the same thing to the other side. Check to make sure your A's are on top. Bring it over the line guides. Hook it into the carabiner, and this time I will be using the red loop. Make sure the carabiner is shut and go ahead and set it down. Before you launch, you always want to make sure to double check that your A's are clear one last time. Now that we're hooked into the trike, we're going to go ahead and do the most important part of the glider setup, which is creating that V. Okay, so we're going to go to the center of our glider here where the V is. I'm going to take my fingers and grab the cell, and I'm going to pull it back and make a nice V. Okay, once you've pulled it out and you've created the V, the A lines here right in the center are going to be tight, and this will help for much better inflations as well as keeping your lines away from the prop. You can then walk around and smooth it out if you'd like. The key is to make sure that the glider is balanced and that you have the V shape in your wing. Okay, just a couple last pre-flight checks here. Again, making sure the A's are on top. You can see that the center A is tight. You also want to make sure that you clear any lines away from the tire and or the frame, and do the same thing on both sides. It's really important because, again, as we cleared those lines initially and pulled them to where they tie into the wing, making sure they're straight, it's going to make for a much better inflation and more successful launches. Three very important things to do when you're going to launch is: number one, always making sure you know where the wind is. Number two, doing exactly the kind of glider layout that I did. And number three, it's best not to wait to see what might happen. If it doesn't feel right or look right, go ahead and abort and set up again.